people. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? We had it's an impromptu conversation. It's Black History Month. We're 21 days in, and I want to talk about where do we go next? Where do we go next? So for those of you who don't know, my name is Apollo Woods. I'm the executive director of the Bigger Than Food Foundation, and you are listening to one of the episodes on the Bigger Than Food podcast. And so, yeah, the conversation today might be pretty heavy, but I want to have the conversation about what's next after Black History Month. We are in 21 days, and it's Black Restaurant Bingo. So those of you who have not downloaded your bingo card, look at the bottom of the screen. Go and download the bingo card because you still have about 8 days left to support those participating Black-owned restaurants. And y'all, it's so easy. All you have to do is download the bingo card, go to your first location, show us proof of your participation, and win 2 free Thunder tickets. We got plenty to give away to inspire you and motivate you to participate. So shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder organization for being our presenting sponsor, and OK City Card. If you have your City Card, I always forget to have it nearby. Have your City Card so that way you can take advantage of some of those amazing discounts just by showing your City Card. So this has been something that is every year it stirs my spirit. And how do we know? I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to maneuver through some emotions right now because every year, as it gets toward the end of the month, you really start feeling like, man, the hype about Black History Month is fading. And I don't really even know where and why that even started. I remember growing up, Black History Month was fun. There was always things to do. And of course, sitting around the church and, growing up in the neighborhood with your family and friends, there was always something, a conversation about history, more than just Dr. King and Malcolm X. But that energy for Black History Month, to me, y'all, it just feels like it's fading. Maybe it's social media. Maybe with all the stuff we have with social media, all the buzz about it, there's so much in our faces that you just kind of lose, like, what's going on with Black History Month? But then I step back and I ask myself, now what you're feeling is real. Now we're moving past it to you got Valentine's Day that's passed. We're getting ready for spring break. What things are happening in March. We're moving on to the next thing. And this was our month. This is our month. Black History Month is our month. 29 days this year for us to talk about the amazing history of Black History Month. Even you see the educational challenge specials, those things are kind of few and far in between. And it makes me nervous for my nephew and those generations behind, because the excitement about the month is fading. And it has me thinking about bingo. After bingo is done, what are we gonna do next? Where do we really go from here? Where do we go with all the I'm gonna do my best to take the positives out of this, because I have a lot of other feelings that I'm sorting through about February, but I want to take a different approach and give you a different conversation about what we can do after February. See, and there were a couple things I came up with, because I'm like, man, because I even see it with our data. It was a big spike. It started with Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's Eve, MLK Day, going into February. So you have probably like 6 different holiday events that helped us with our campaign. But we do this every day, all the time. Like, this is what we do all the time. But for those businesses that don't, for those organizations that don't, you inadvertently benefit from it. So then how do we take advantage? How do we extend the support for Black-owned businesses beyond businesses, restaurants, talking about our history and the culture, our achievements beyond just these 29 days? The weather in Oklahoma is great. We're enjoying this spring weather, and folks getting ready for brunch season. Ladies are probably getting ready for sundress season. Fellas are getting ready for their vacations. But how do we then make sure that we are extending past? So I wrote down a couple things. I got my notes here, and I just want to share them. Now, if you agree, you can chime in the chat and let me know what do you What do you agree? So I'm looking at different chats. So one person says, what should we do next? And the person says, start a focus on Black voter registration and voting. I agree. That should be an everyday conversation. But where does that start? So let me really back in, y'all. I'm gonna do a couple things. I won't belabor you too long. Every time in church the pastor says that it's always long, but I promise you, I'm not gonna keep you too long. But this is what I will say. In one idea that I have, and this is not something, you don't have to have a business or be an entrepreneur to do this. These suggestions are things that you can do as an individual. You yourself. You don't need a team of people. You can do this. And one being year-round promotion, year-round celebration. So if you see me going back to my notes, I got to stay on track, y'all. I got to stay on track. So I wrote down, believe in celebrating Black history and supporting Black-owned businesses should not be limited to 1 month of the year. Be committed to promoting and advocating Black-owned businesses, even if a company, media agency, your favorite influencer is not doing it. This becomes a personal commitment. This is you saying you love your community so much. You love supporting local and Black-owned businesses so much. You are taking on the responsibility. That you are deciding that you're going to tell everybody, hey, this is what you can do to show support for a Black-owned business. Let me put this in context too. I'm saying Black-owned business, but let me bring it to your doorstep. It's a local business. It's a small business. Bring it to your doorstep. So this is what you can say to yourself. You don't have to exclude because, how do I say this? You don't have to say, I'm supporting a small business. Oh, but then let me go recompartmentalize and go support a Black-owned business. It's all local business. It's all small business. We are doing our part to help you see, and maybe in the barriers in your head or your thoughts or your processes, that I'm going to support this local business or this local restaurant. Oh, then let me go and support this Black-owned restaurant. We need to be in the same conversation as every other business, and you can do this year-round. And if you even just say to yourself, I'm going to go and just post a picture. See what Bingo, what OKC Black Restaurant Bingo does is it creates the pattern, the habits of, I'm going to a restaurant or a business. I'm going to take a picture of what I'm doing, maybe take a selfie, tag the restaurant, tag the location, and let people know that this is the business that I was at. You should also go support it too. That's something you can completely control for yourself. Now, the other side of that, I'm being careful of how I articulate this. Our businesses, no matter what your makeup is as the owner, businesses cannot depend on consumers to promote your business. Many get it wrong by thinking because I'm going to encourage everybody else to promote my dream, that they have no responsibility. I see it every year, y'all. I see it every year. February 29th will be here. March 1st, our data is going to go down into the pits. March 1st. So if our visibility on digital platforms and now the media is going to decline drastically, guess what's going to happen when you don't, as the business owner, take full responsibility of branding and marketing your own company, especially if you're not paying for it. We want customers. We want more attention. So we have to take responsibility for it. And so how we do that and extending the excitement about the promotion of Black excellence and Black-owned businesses is that we do this year-round. You can do that every day. Just imagine if you could say, man, your cohort of friends, man, we promote and advocate for our local Black-owned businesses weekly. You don't have to do it every day. Do it weekly. You do it weekly. Every week, y'all are promoting and advocating. That's just what you do. It's a normal thing. If you could take a picture of somebody else's business that you don't even know, then why not support the ones that you do know? That's one idea. So one idea is year-round promotion. Celebrate Black-owned businesses. Celebrate Black history. Let's talk about our legends. And your legends might be some person that you consider a legend. I got friends and people that I know in my hometown that I consider a legend. It's how you perceive them. Are they somebody that's made an impact in your community, your neighborhood, your home, that you decided that I want to do my part to bring attention to them? So that's one, year-round promotion. Another one is educational initiatives. Our mission extends beyond just celebration. We're dedicated to fostering and understanding and appreciation of Black history, culture, and entrepreneurship year round. And so education could be workshops, it could be webinars, panels. You know what's beautiful about social media in this day and age is that you got a cell phone. You don't need an expensive camera. You don't need a bunch of equipment. You don't have to hire a videographer or a photographer. Did you know that your cell phone shoots in 4K? Did you know that you can change the camera settings in your own device? Now, if you got a camera, a phone, everybody has a smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone, there's a reason why you don't have a smartphone. I know plenty of businesses who don't have a smartphone for whatever reason, but it's devices in your hand. Now I'm using some different stuff like, I got a microphone and audio devices and all this stuff to put out good quality as a business and a brand. But you as the person could have the same look that you're seeing right now just from your phone. And even if you don't, prop up your phone, go live, record a video if you want to be public about it, or just do it with your small group. Host something at your house, book club. Maybe you read a book together about some Black history topic. Dig deeper into the history. There've been so many. Hold on. Uh-oh. There are so many more books from Black authors that I found. One being about Black economics. That glare is killing me. One about Black economics. And this one is Black Economics Solutions for Economic and Community Development by Jawanza Konjufu. This is second edition. And this is the one I'm starting to get into by Arlon Hamilton, Your First Million. There are so many authors. You can get a book club together and just read a book together, or it didn't have to be books, but just facilitate a conversation amongst your peer groups and invite people to talk about our Black history and culture. But let's say maybe you're not even a person that likes to read books. Like, it takes me a while to read a book, but if you give me an audio book, man, I'm gonna read that book. You can't read an audio book. I'm gonna listen to that audio book in 40 minutes. I'm gonna listen to it all day long. I will watch a podcast, listen to a podcast, watch YouTube to ingest information, and you too can do that. And that's in the control, in your own control. And you don't have to be a member of an organization. You don't have to be in a fraternity or sorority or part of a chamber or nonprofit or some type of small group. You yourself can say, I got some information that I want to be able to share. And I want to talk about Black history and Black culture, a topic that's necessary for us to know. And in our history in this country, it's not limited to just the time period and era of slavery and shackles, not just that time frame, because there's mental slavery as well. It is in Africa. We are all over the diaspora. You can talk about history and culture. That's what you can do to extend all of this energy and excitement about Black history. So, one, year-round promotion. Talk about your favorite Black-owned business, Black history year-round. Do it year-round. Two, educational initiatives. And the other part is community partnerships. I got several, but I'm only going to go over a couple of them today. Let's talk about community partnerships. Now, building strong, supportive communities. I got my notes, y'all, so y'all hold on tight with me. To uplift and empower Black-owned businesses, partnerships are important. So by forging partnerships with local organizations, schools, and community groups, together we can develop these initiatives together. I believe, I'll give you a quick story, and I won't belabor this too long. See, y'all know every time somebody says that, It's longer than what you thought, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm working on that, y'all. I know that about me. I'm working on that because I love talking to y'all. When I started off in entrepreneurship full time, it felt like competition. It felt like I was trying to learn something. You come across people who really don't want to share, who overpromise, underdeliver. You come across that a lot. But then as I continued on, and I can say after 5 years of full-time entrepreneurship, probably in year 4, I realized I was meeting people who want to collaborate. Because when you start to learn that this is something I don't do well, I want to do it, let me just partner with somebody else who does that well. So that way, we're getting more done together in community. And that's the part that I love about collaboration is finding somebody that you as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, the individual, whoever, if you have aspirations, finding some way to collaborate. Collaboration isn't required to be successful, but it is about being in community. So when you're collaborating in community, talking about Black history, Black culture, success, and challenge yourself. Talk about things that the mass media does not talk about. See, what I love about being a part of a big family is that there's a lot to talk about, a lot of great people in our family to talk about. So we don't just talk about my amazing grandparents. We don't just talk about them having 12 kids and me being one of 47 grandkids and having all these people in our family. It goes different layers than that. We talk about our roots in Southeast Oklahoma, our direct relationship to the Chickasaw and Choctaw Nation, our history going all the way back to our Indian slave trader. We go way back because that's part of our history. But it doesn't just stop there. You talk about your achievements too, and the amazing things that we've done on whatever scale. So when you're collaborating, you're letting people know. Well, let me put a pin in that. When you collaborate, you give yourself a chance to put yourself in front of audiences that you don't have. I'll give you a prime example. So with the collaboration with the Thunder organization, there are people who do not know, Black folks included, that don't know anything about Bigger Than Food or OKC Black Eats or the brands that we own or Shop Black Oklahoma or the Developers Conference. They don't know anything about that. But when you are collaborating with the organization or an individual or a person, they have connections or ties to something that you don't have. So when you collaborate, you're introducing both of your audiences to something new. And that's what makes collaboration great, because you're introducing each other's audience to something new that they may have never been exposed to. But in that collaboration, you're talking about, man, I'm going to extend this excitement of Black history, Black owned business, and Black culture in this collaboration. Those are just 3 ways how we extend it, because I can guarantee you March 1st, y'all, the excitement about Black History Month will be gone. How do we extend it? And in principle, how we extend that is that we cannot leave the excitement up to somebody else. These are 3 things that we can do, that we or you as an individual can do to continue to talk about advocating and supporting Black-owned businesses and history and culture, no matter where they are. About 3 things. Now, there are many more. I got 6 pages. I got 6 pages here. But the 3: 1, promoting and talking about Black-owned business and culture and history year-round. If you just said, I'm going to mentally do this once a week, you do it once a week. You know within yourself that you have pushed information and kept the conversation going on about, hey man, did you know about this? There's a seamstress that does great work, or there's a painter or a contractor, or maybe there's an engineer, a physician, an architect, a civil engineer, um, I don't know, just someone who does great work. And you said, I found them. Now, some of y'all might say it's hard to find them. No, it's not. It's not hard to find black owned businesses because it's not hard to find that fast food restaurant at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, one, year-round promotion. Two, educational initiatives. You can do it on your own. Take your cell phone. Don't worry about it being just nice quality work. Just pop out your cell phone, put it on a tripod. If you don't have a tripod, prop it up on a bookshelf or just prop it up somewhere. And the objective is to educate. If you are a skill, you learn a new skill, writing a book, creating a script, whatever it is, you can host a workshop, a panel, a webinar, all these things you can do in with a device that's in the palm of your hand. You can do that, whether it's iPhone, Android, whatever device of your choosing. And even if you might have a cracked screen, don't worry about, don't get so caught up into the look of it and the cosmetics, because the objective is to educate through webinars and seminars and discussion panels. Get some of your friends together and just talk about it. Make good use of talking about the amazing richness and the depths of Black history and culture. And then the third thing is community partnerships. You can build strong relationships by finding other like-minded groups who have the same interest. It could be about gardening. It could be planting. The spring is coming out. So if you have not started planting your favorite plants, your flowers, now is the time, because in about 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, you'll start seeing beautiful plants and harvest that grow. So, and I wanted to have this conversation because I just kept feeling like, man, the excitement about Black History Month is fading. And I don't want it to fade. I want people to continue talking about Black history beyond February. As a people, we're bigger than just 1 month. And we're bigger than all the stuff that typically has come with. We are bigger than the stuff that just comes with. All the negative things that are easy to talk about. It's so easy to talk about things that are negative. Like when I started, I was telling myself I cannot talk about the things that are frustrating me with the month, because it's easy to talk and vent about that. I do that offline because I want you to hear this. Is I want the message that I want you to hear. We don't have to wait until February to promote, or Juneteenth, or Thanksgiving, or the times where our culture is being appropriated for other financial gain, when we have the control to do it right now. Does that make sense? I really do hope that makes sense, because if media or influencers, and I can say myself, influence behavior, but am I taking this blessing that I have? Am I using this to get you, to inspire you to say, you know what, I think I can do something different. I think I can try a bit more to promote and advocate. I can do my part in distancing myself from people who often have conversations that are just negative. It's one thing to go from having a conversation that is constructive, because if you have a constructive conversation, you're building on something. Critical conversations are tearing down. But if I'm going to be critical about something, I should be able to have constructive conversation to build up or to edify, right? So this is something that we can do. I don't care if it's Oklahoma City, whether you live in Tulsa, Atlanta, DC, any place has a high population of Black people, or you're in a place there's not a lot of you, or you are in a corporate, you work for an organization, there are not that many Black people. Guess what you can do? Don't wait on somebody else. What you can do is you can say, I'm going to talk about Black history and culture year round. I want to promote and advocate for Black-owned businesses. I don't care if an organization is doing it or not. I have the responsibility to do it. I want to be clear about this. I'll come closer to the camera. Put the phone close to your ear, because I don't want nobody else to hear this. I'm playing. This is not just a Black people obligation. I'm not just talking to Black people. I'm talking about whoever's listening. This month is important and you enjoy it. You too can promote year round. You too can facilitate a workshop. You too can be a community partner as well. This is a community effort. And that's what OKC Black Restaurant Bingo is. It's a community effort to let a citywide area, a metro area and region to know here are some amazing Black owned restaurants that you can support, and we're going to make it easy for you to support them. That's what the campaign does. It's our commitment to Black owned businesses year round, and it's a form of economic justice. Now, we had a goal of 10,000 downloads. We are far away from that goal. Whether we get 10,000 downloads or not, that's fine. But the goal is getting people to know about those Black owned businesses and support them. And I can tell y'all, we have so many people sending emails and DMing and tagging us about the fun they're having and finding new Black owned restaurants. Man, it's been an amazing experience. And we're going to end on a high note, period. We are going to end on a high note. And I'm so excited about it. But where do we go from here? This is where we go from here. You decide. And the three things that I've shared with you on what we can do, what you can do. One, you can promote Black-owned businesses, culture, and history year-round. We do not have to wait on Black History Month. Two, host a workshop, be a part of a panel, a discussion, whether it's a public one or have discussions in your friend group, at your house, or at brunch, or at dinner, over a cup of coffee. You can do that. And the third thing is community partnerships. Find people to collaborate with that have like-minded interests and ambitions, and you talk about amazing Black-owned experiences and Black history and Black culture. You talk about it. We can control that. And you can do that with your phone. But maybe you're the person that, you know what, I don't want to use my phone. Apollo, I don't want to be the public person that way. That's fine. You don't have to promote and advertise everything that you do. Just because we are a marketing agency and a nonprofit, you don't have to be public about it. But what you can think about is what am I doing to keep it going, and how am I being impactful in doing it? And those are just three things you can do. Those are just three easy things that you can do that don't require any money. All it requires is an intention to do good. That's it. All it requires from you is an intention to do good, y'all. That is it. So I hope this conversations helped you think about being more self-aware of, the buzz about Black History Month is fading. Or maybe you live in a place where not much is done and you're disappointed about it. Well, what can you do? Promote Black-owned restaurants and businesses, history and culture year-round. That's one. Two, host a workshop discussion panel publicly or with friends privately, but have the conversation. And then find community partners. Who can you collaborate with? And you can have the conversation to push the conversation forward about history and culture. Who can you collaborate with? You got to find the right one. Let's be in community, y'all. That's all I got. That 29 minutes and 49 seconds. I think that's not bad for about half an hour. I appreciate y'all taking this time for your day and listening to this conversation. I really wanted to share with you some thoughts about what we can do to go forward. And I'll wrap it up with these three things again. One, you can promote Black history, culture, and education year-round. Simple things, talking about it. Second thing is be on a panel, be educational, be a part of the conversation in the form of a panel discussion, workshop, webinars. And then find community partners that you can collaborate with. Find those people that you can collaborate with to keep the conversation going. It doesn't have to stop, because when we're done with Black Restaurant Bingo, we're focusing on another campaign. Well, We're kicking it up for another campaign, which is Foodie Fest. That's coming right on the backside on May 11th in Oklahoma City. We're focusing on that campaign too. But this is something everybody can do. I appreciate y'all's time, man. I hope that you will digest this, and maybe in your free time you can take a moment and listen to the replay again. If you miss some, you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and listen to it again. But one thing that we're focusing on heavily for the next 8 days is making sure that people to the very end on the 29th, that OKC Black Restaurant Bingo, that we're going to talk about it until the campaign is over, and then we'll share with you all the amazing results of that campaign. But this is our month to let you see there are 15 amazing Black-owned restaurants you can support across the Oklahoma City metro area. If you don't have your bingo card, go to our website, okcblackeats.com. It's down in the ticker. You see it right down there at the bottom. Scan the QR code or just click the banners to download the bingo card. Get your own. Let everybody else download it and participate. And for your participation, our presenting sponsor, the Oklahoma City Thunder, is donating us 1,000 tickets. So for the first 1,000 people who visit a location and send us proof, not bingo. Now, you know how to bingo, vertical download, all that kind of stuff. You visit one location, show us proof that you did, that you'll get 2 free Thunder tickets. It's just that simple, y'all. I appreciate y'all chiming in and taking some time from your afternoon to listen to me talk about ways we can continue the support for Black-owned businesses and restaurants in Oklahoma City and in your area. But until then, like we always say, our mission is bigger than food, and we'll see you next time on the Bigger Than Food channel, because tomorrow got a podcast episode. I appreciate y'all's support. Till next time, we'll see you around. Together We'll Rise, song debut.